students, and unbeknown to our judges, because they had no names on what they were looking at, some of our entrants will be receiving awards in both the literary and poetry sections. So we've got almost $2,000 being awarded today in cash prizes, and that makes it one of the richest children's writing competitions in Australia, if not the richest. We think it might be. And we have to thank our major sponsors for that, who's the Cherry Tree Lane Trust Foundation in London, set up by P.L. Travers with the specific idea of encouraging children to use their imagination. So that trust that she set up in London is helping sponsor this event here today, where we're trying to stimulate the imagination of children on the Frasercoast.
Yeah, I'm here on behalf of the Mayor. I was just thinking that's a little bit, maybe it was meant for him, a little bit ostentatious, but anyway, I'll take what I can get. Now, I like Maryborough, and I'm also proud of Maryborough. One of the reasons is because there's so much talent. If you look at history, you know, in the music, sport, and arts, we've had gold medals in the sport, and the art, and of course today is no exception. So I'm going to hand out all the awards for that, because I hate long speeches. So thank you very much.
Okay, just ask Kathy Baker here behind me, who's one of the hard-working members of this committee too, to help here. The first award that we're giving out is year 3 to 4, and the winner is Archer Lorenz Stockdale. I believe he's now at Riverside. Is that right?
Congratulations.
Thank you. Would you like to stay, just if we'd like the category groups, we'll just ask them to stay up here and get their photograph taken with Councillor Truscott. Highly commended. We have Archer Lorenz Stockdale from St Helens and Nels Riverside. His poem was Community Family. And thank you. Now, I just want to tell you a little bit about your entries might be published by the library, and some of them might be submitted for publication in an online education magazine for students across Australia. That's how high the calibre was of these entries. They were very, very good. And the library might also publish some of the non-winning stories and poems as well, and we'll be providing copies of the winning entries to the Cherry Tree Foundation in London. The foundation is a keen follower of this competition, so your stories are all going to be read in London. And the Story Bank will also archive all the entries from this competition, which I think is great.
Once upon a time, in the quaint town of Maryborough, Queensland, the buildings were alive. They had hearts that pumped with life and souls that whispered secrets to each other in the dead of night. The old post office in the town centre was the most majestic of them all. Its walls were adorned with intricate carvings, and its grand clock tower could be seen from miles away. The buildings of Maryborough had a long and rich history. They had seen the town grow from a small settlement to a bustling hub of activity. They had seen wars and peace, joy and sorrow, love and heartbreak. And they had always stood strong, watching over the town and its people. But one day, a dark cloud descended upon Maryborough. A group of developers arrived, armed with bulldozers and blueprints. They had come to tear down the old buildings and replace them with modern structures. The buildings trembled with fear, knowing that their time was up. But the people of Maryborough were not willing to let go of their beloved buildings. They rallied together, protesting and picketing outside the construction site. And slowly but surely, the developers began to listen. They saw the passion and love that the people had for their town and its history, and they realized that tearing down the old buildings would be a mistake. And so, the buildings of Maryborough were saved. They continued to stand tall and proud, watching over the town and its people. And every night, as the town fell silent, the buildings whispered their secrets to each other once more, grateful for the love and dedication of the people who had fought to save them.